Bola Adanri is a mentally retarded person, and of course it's a condition that has made her vulnerable to different forms of abuse, especially sexual exploitation, harassment, and even rape. Hapless and too weak to defend herself, several men have had carnal knowledge of Bola in her one-room apartment in Oda, Akure North local government area of Ondo State. Now, she has 4 kids belonging to different men. This is an example of physically challenged persons that need help of society in a world that is hostile to them. OSRC's Juliet Buna reports.
Strapped to her back is the 4th child, perhaps not the last child for 39-year-old Bola Adanri. She's mentally retarded, yet lives in a visibly secluded apartment in Oda town in Akure, Ondo State. She says this room is where men take advantage of her. Adanri faced repeated sexual assaults leading to unwanted pregnancies, culminating into children with different fathers.
Kò wá sọ pé ìmọ̀ tó fẹ́ fẹ́ ra so wọ́n ṣe bá mi ṣe àṣepọ̀ lè ní àfi dandan kí n bímọ fóun mo wá bí èlì fún ni ẹ tọwọ́ mi náà ó bá mi gbà ó jẹ́ ó yìí ṣọ́ ìyá lè lọ sí ọjà tán ó yà bá mi ṣe àṣepọ̀ nínú ilé wá gun àyà mi nìyẹn ògè mi pariwo sí òkè bí kò má ti pariwo sókè wọn àpá mi sínú ilé wọn sá lọ iṣu àwa bí ìlọmọ pé iṣu ti jẹun mi rọ àwa mi àmọ́ bá mi àgbà rẹ̀ sí tútù mi yà sí. Ìjọ ọdún yàrá ọdún ayin àmọ́tọ̀yàn ayin bàbá ayin mọ́tọ̀yàn mi ìgbàkẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́tọ̀yàn ayin ṣe bílẹ̀ ayin akẹ́ ọ̀bọ̀dọ̀ mi ṣèèsì láàrin mo ṣàṣọ pé kí ṣèèsì lára yín bàbá.
Adanri faced repeated sexual assaults leading to unwanted pregnancies, culminating into children with different fathers. Indisposed to a source of livelihood, begging for alms has been one of the means of survival for the single mother of 4. A mother's petty trading can only offer little help to salvage the situation. With 4 children and 2 adults living from hand to mouth, Adanri has been restrained from staying at home alone to put an end to the recurring cases of sexual abuse. She rather stays with her neighbors to avoid isolation. Mrs. Adebisi Adeoye, Adanri's mother, alleged that one of the men who put her daughter in the family way is a public servant, and efforts to get justice has been to no avail.
Ó kọ́kọ́ fún wa ní 5,000 a fi lọ sí hospital. Ó wá fún wa bí oṣù kìíní, oṣù kejì, oṣù kẹta, oṣù kẹrin. Nígbà tó dé lóṣù karùn-ún tá débẹ̀ lẹ́nìkan náà bá dé ló bọ́mọ oṣù. Wọ́n ní nọ́mbà ní nìjà tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ mo wá ní irú wàhálà wo ni mo kóra mi sí mo wá kúkú sọ pé ọmọ Olúwa máa bọ́ wa tabari a máa jẹ bàdẹ fún ọmọ mi mo mú tira.
The chairman, Agency for the Welfare of Persons with Disabilities in Ondo State, Folashade Arishe, narrated a similar heartbreaking story of a hearing-impaired young girl who was raped by her father. She says the young girl has been unable to narrate her ordeal ever since those who were supposed to fight her cause stood against her. For this reason, efforts to get her justice proved abortive.
Many persons with disability have a lot of challenges. They have a lot of these cases that they don't use to come house and talk. Awareness is most important. Fine, I'm ready to do the awareness. But what about those people that have the challenges that they don't come out? That they don't say it? Let them say it.
Findings show that from January 2022 to date, Office of the International Federation of Female Lawyers in Ondo State has recorded 18 cases of sexual harassment, none of which were related to persons living with disabilities, a further pointer to the fact that many of the cases are not reported. Even at the time Ondo State government signed into law Violence Against Persons Prohibition Bill 2021 to stem the tide against rising cases of violence and incidences of human rights violations.
Using a complaint of the justice being slow as an excuse not to report is simply unacceptable. And when things like that start happening, you find litigants coming to tell the lawyer that the lawyer is going overboard, that maybe they are forgiving themselves, and so when as a lawyer If a litigant tells you, we have attended to the matter ourselves, we have resolved it, I mean, what else would the lawyer do? Nothing. So our people need to understand the way the processes work.
It has been more than 3 years since the signing of the National Disability Law. Some of the provisions of the law are yet to be implemented, despite the staggering population of disabled Nigerians. Public facilities and services remain largely inaccessible to disabled victims across the country. And for women and girls who are the worst hit among them, access to justice remains a mirage. For Bola, who has sought justice to no avail, she is happy to be alive, but hopes the long arm of the law will catch up with her assaulters. Juliet Buna, OSRC News.
4 kids from 4 different men, a mentally challenged woman. When you think you have heard it all, something more shocking indeed comes up. All right.